You're with Mikkel on apologeticsguide.com.
Thanks so much for being a part of my 6-part course on how to run an accessible apologetics conference. I'm glad you're here. Last time, we talked a little bit about building the budget for your event. Well, today, you're getting a special lesson that's focused entirely on marketing and promotions. You're going to get a bunch of takeaways that will help you work smarter and not harder when it comes to getting people to come to your event. So pull up a chair and let's dive right into lesson number 3, promoting your event.
Marketing actually ended up being my biggest fear for the Apologetics conference, because I was so excited as I was planning this that there came a point in the planning process where I thought to myself, what if no one comes? What if no one comes to this event that I've been planning for a couple of months now, that we've already spent a bunch of money on, and that we have these ginormous plans for? What if no one actually shows up? And when that fear started to hit me, that's when I got to work on marketing. And we did a ton of marketing for the Apologetics conference. There are so many different ways that you can market an event. And some of the resources that we tapped into was we ran radio ads through a local Christian radio station. And that actually proved very effective in getting the word out to other churches. Because we would weekly announce in our services that we were having this fantastic apologetics conference. But advertising on our local Christian radio station actually helped us to spread the word to other churches and even non-Christians who might just be tuning in to Christian radio. So I would say radio is a fantastic resource if you have that option open to you. Another resource for you to consider, and we talked a lot about this, Mikkel, as you were planning Bridgeway's conference, see if you have any Christian organizations on college campuses in your area, because this is something that is right up their alley. They will love that you are doing this event, and it would really be a service for you to tell them about it. So Chi Alpha, InterVarsity, all of these campus-wide college organizations, they already have contact with a bunch of students, and so if you contact them, they will help spread the word to their people.
The radio thing that you mentioned, I've found is really measurable, because as the radio ads went out we did this at Bridgeway as well, we saw the event registration go up.
Sure. Oh,
and
great.
Biola's really good about that too, that if you contact Biola and say, where are our numbers now, they can tell you where the registration is. And since they've been doing this for so long, they can project out, going at this rate, we'll probably have 800 people at the conference or 1,500 people at the conference, whatever it happens to be.
Sure.
So that's a really good resource as well.
Fantastic.
Another thing about marketing is the title. How do we come up with a title for our event?
Right.
It can be called all sorts of things.
Sure. To do a plug for Biola, they do these events all over the nation, and they sent me a list of proposed titles. And we ended up just going with a very simple apologetic seminar title, but Biola was able to send us a complete list, and so I think that would be a fantastic resource. But I'm interested to hear how you went about naming the Bridgeway conference.
We asked Biola too.
Biola's so smart about these things.
So they had a whole list of titles like Reasonable Faith in an Uncertain World, and they kind of juxtapose these things. The Certainty of Christ in an Age of Unbelief, Defending Your Faith. I liked how you had, even though it was just called Apologetics Seminar, you had Why I Believe What I Believe as a tagline. I thought that was really good.
Sure, thank you. Yeah, and that was an important thing for us to do. We decided to do Apologetics Seminar, then with that tagline, because we recognized that most people are not familiar with the word apologetics, and so we wanted to create a tagline that captured our purpose for the conference, which was, in our case, to help people better understand and be able to present to others why they believe what they believe.
And all the marketing materials, I really liked what you guys did with you kind of had like a cardboard cutout, almost like a postal package that you received, right? And I think it's really important, just I'm also a graphic designer, so from my perspective, and with my background in integrated marketing communications, I think it's really important to have that look and feel down with all of your promotional materials, from the website to tickets to any programs, flyers, handouts, all of those things, that you have this design theme that you're going with. And sometimes the name, the title will help inform some of that as well.
Sure. And if you don't have any graphic talent, you can find someone in your church. Just put the word out there that you're looking for someone who is interested in graphic design and might be willing to put together a design package for your conference.
Good. Look inside your church. And if you can't find anybody, give me a call, Mikkel at apologeticsguy.com. I actually do design work for Apologetics Canada, and so I do their conference materials, and I don't really advertise it very much, but if you're listening to this, just for you, hit me up.
Don't ask me, because you won't like what you see.
So, printed materials. Now, Biola did all the brochures for ours, and it was kind of a cool way for Biola to promote the Christian Apologetics MA, of course, which you and I both did.
Right.
And but it's totally turnkey. It's better than turnkey. It's hands off for your church. The programs just show up.
Fantastic.
How did you guys do the brochures?
Well, we actually have a marketing communications team at Bayside, and so I went and met with them. I told them our hopes for the conference, the audience that we were trying to hit, and what we would need as far as a marketing package as well as our program when people came in. And they took that information and they were able to create a whole design scheme that was fantastic, and they created actually all of our programs and brochures for the event. And so I came in and I pretty much approved what they had done, but we're very blessed at Bayside to have a marketing and communications team, which is something that may be a resource at one of your churches, those of you who are listening.
Next time, we'll talk about what to do when a bunch of people want to show up for your event. But until then, I want to give you a very important worksheet from the Ministry Leaders Toolkit. This one's going to help you think through a bunch of different ways to get the word out about your event. So please go to the toolkit, download the PDF called Promoting Your Event, and I'll see you next time.